Hello everyone, this is ProPokeNoob and welcome to a mini-series I'm going to be doing. I thought this would be a fun little series to do. I wanted to prepare some Pokemon stuff, but it's new into the Gen 7 tiers and stuff like that, so it wasn't going to be very fun to do another Christmas-like special, and I thought I could bring something a little different this year. There will still be, luckily for me, because if you didn't know, that was appendicitis a couple months ago, luckily for me, I can still do a food video. Don't worry, that's coming. I gotta figure out how to acquire said food, but we're gonna do it. But with PTCGO, we're getting a lot of stuff ready for the new year when it comes to all the content we're doing on Twitch.tv. Of course, if you want to check me out and find me more frequently, you'll find me on Twitch.tv/ProPokeNoob. But what we're going to do is, I've been playing a lot of Ultimate Chicken Horse. If you've never seen this game, well, it's basically Super Meat Boy meets Super Mario Maker. So, it's pretty cool. It's very smooth with the movements and stuff like that. Basically, I've put a lot of hours into this, and they have a new thing that came out called Level Maker. So basically, it's, if you don't own Super Mario Maker, this is like the next best thing. It's not the greatest next best thing, but it's, despite its bugs, there are some great things that it has going for it. And of course, you guys know that I like to create games and stuff like that if you've known me for a few years now. So I figured, let me bring you some levels that I've designed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how the levels are created, how I came to think of the ideas for each of these levels. I've done one for each of these 10 levels that they have currently released. And I will give you the code so that if you do own the game, you can actually play it yourself and see if you can beat whatever it's going to take me to beat my own levels. They are quite difficult. Some of them are much easier than others. If you're much better at the game than I am, then I have no doubt in my mind you'll be perfectly fine. But, yeah. It should be interesting. So I'm just going to explain. I'll try and keep as many spoilers as possible out of the way. So that you guys don't, like, see how to exactly beat the levels. So I figured we'll start with, as you can see, I've got one for each one here. We're going to start with the Slaughterhouse today. I think the Slaughterhouse is the easiest one that I've built. And it revolves around the farm level. It's pretty neat, actually. I had a lot of fun making these hours and hours on end. Now, of course, there's no giant preview that I can really do for this, unfortunately. So it's going to be difficult for me to kind of keep... I'm going to have to keep moving the screen and stuff like that. So here's the level. And you're probably looking like, what the hell is even Ultimate Chicken Horse? Well, if you're watching this video, most likely you're looking for a level to beat. So you might already know, but for those of you who are just watching for the hell of it, basically, you try to get from start to finish. In a party mode, you set up your own traps, so you try and build it so that you screw over your friends while you get to the goal by yourself, or you try and get the most points by getting as many people killed so that you can get the most points by getting to the goal. But in free play mode, in free play mode, you build your own level and then you give the code out to others to challenge a level. So you're going to start here, you're going to go all the way around here. The goal of this map, the idea behind it was, the farm is pretty wide open. You start with this and these things down here. So this is kind of a trap here, so I'm going to try and use that a little bit within the level. But the idea is this helps you practice a lot of your jumping. So there's a lot of bigger jumps, a lot of smaller jumps, spring jumps, stuff like that. Like, really makes you worry about your timing. And the idea is, this is actually the first, despite that this was, like, I think the 5th level that I designed. I actually put kind of like a bonus. If you can get the coin, it's even cooler. Then you've done a lot more work than you had to do on this level. Because obviously it's out of your way. But essentially, you guys can pretty much see it's a pretty straightforward path. No tricks, no hidden stuff here. It's pretty much understand the path and the patterns of the jumping, and then you can go from there. Generally speaking, when I've created these levels, and you'll see this, is I've used spikes a lot of the time to block off certain sheets, so you can't just jump from here all the way across down here and get to the goal type of thing. I've tried to cover as many holes as possible. Of course, if you do actually try out the levels, or if you see a flaw in this level right now, you'll see how far I can jump. Usually, I believe the squirrel stands about 2x1. Stands by about 2x1 frame, and everything else here, like, you can't fit through ones, but through twos, you can very, very slightly jump through. So like this, you can very slightly make it over and land in here and then run onto here. That type of thing. You've got enough room here with the arc. So if you ever want to build anything, try and leave a 2x1 space so that they can jump through. Usually I give about 3. Like, this is probably the smallest I'll ever make it, because after this, like, if I can't beat the level, then I don't want to make it frustrating, and I want to make the levels not impossible, but this is just something that people try out if they do actually own the game. But essentially, I was just, I was inspired by the fact it's wide open, so let's create our own little path. I figure I might want to just use it as kind of that, starting, make it the easier one, starting with just practicing your jumps from side to side, wall jumps, bank jumps, stuff like that. So, very precise jumping, but it gets you ready for if you ever want to try any of my other levels. This one will definitely make you aware of what I planned for you for later. But, so what I'm going to do is you can take a look at this level. If you'd like to copy it, there's the code down below. If you'd like to build it yourself and try and improve it or give any advice on how to improve it, then you can leave some comments in the section below. I actually have this on me right now. You can hear that. That's my counter. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to beat the level for you guys. But it's not going to be on camera because I don't know how long this is going to take. Actually, you know what? This is probably a pretty short video. Maybe I will just record the whole thing. No, I don't think you guys actually want to watch that. No, that'd be silly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick to my original plan. If you'd like to beat this level without seeing how to beat it, close the video right now. But after this, I'll give you a little bit of a cue before I'm actually going to start playing it. And then essentially what's going to happen is I'm going to beat it to show that it is beatable. I will guarantee that 100% of my levels are beatable. And I've shown it, and I've beaten it. I make sure that I go through every part to make sure that it is beatable from start to finish. The only unfortunate thing about Ultimate Chicken Horse is without... kind of gives you the It's Bossy Time feel, where there's no checkpoints, so you have to just beat the entire area before you move on, or just, you know, rage quit. But, yeah, essentially you have to make it through this in one shot, and that's what you're going to see in the video. So I'll count how many attempts it takes. I'll post my attempts in the video or down in the description below. The time won't really matter too much, but you guys will basically come back to, if you want to see it beaten, then I'll show you the way that I would beat it. Some of my levels that I've created actually have more than one way that you can do it. Sometimes you can actually fluke the design of maps. Other times it's just like, well, this is straightforward. You got to do this, like, you know, in one shot sort of thing. And there's only one direction. Most of the time I try and make it one direction to try and force you to play it similar to the way that I would play it. But of course, people who are probably better at the game can probably, you know, cheese their way through some of the levels. To an extent. Like I said, I've tried to cover as many map holes as possible. But yeah, if you guys are interested, code's down below. If you have any suggestions on anything you'd like to see, if you are an Ultimate Chicken Horse player and you'd like to see this map or a different map on the farm, or any type of suggestions, like I said, I'll have one for each map in this game for this series in December 2016. And then if you guys want to see more, let me know in the comments section. Drop a comment, tell me how many times it took you to beat this level, see if you can beat my record, or, you know, if you're just really good at the game, beat it in one shot. Don't lie, prove it. But thank you very much, guys. I think this will be pretty fun. I've been really excited to show this off, but unfortunately I cannot stream it because it makes my computer really laggy. It doesn't last very long on stream, but I was really excited when I was actually, you know, building these levels. I wanted to show them off. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, this is your warning. I will beat the level. If you don't want any spoilers, close the video right now. We'll see you next time. Peace. Okay, so you guys saw me get the coin, alright? That's as close as I'm gonna get. So that's how you get the objective. It's proven. Now, I'm just gonna make it to the end, because right now I'm at 259 deaths. This is attempt number 260 for me. I'm not that insane, okay? So we're just gonna get straight to the end. We're gonna skip the objective to show you guys how to just beat the level. Alright, let's try this again. Oh my god, I actually freaking did it. Okay. So, that was, and I don't kid you, you know what? I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna prove it right here. That was 412 tries. That was attempt number 412. As you can see, I put a checkpoint down, which I forgot to mention at the beginning of this video, so hopefully if you're still watching this, you'll figure out checkpoints. Actually, I'm not going to reveal checkpoints because that'd be too easy for you. So, essentially, let me show you. So, I've proven that the entire map is beatable. I had to use some checkpoints because I was just going crazy. And my fingers are really starting to kill me, and I've been recording for over 2 hours trying to figure out how to beat this game. Or, well, not to beat it, but if you want to give yourself a checkpoint, this is the one I was using to get this bottom half right here. So as you saw, it's a lot of very fine-tuned jumping. I made it look a lot easier in the 2 out of the 412 attempts that I've shown in this video. So I got this. I'll show you this part here, which you guys obviously saw. You go up here, wait for this. This moves based on the speed of the, the weight placed on this. So that matters actually. So that was placed perfectly so that you have to time it out moving down these things. Obviously, you saw you have to play around with a lot of very, very fine jumping areas, but with a lot of mastery with your dashing, it's easier and easier to do every time you try. And then this part, you just have to watch for the water. You can hook yourself onto the bottom of the water as it spits out, so you can kind of sit here and then slide down the wood and go over. If you're looking for checkpoints, checkpoints that I would recommend here, like place this probably here instead. But basically, if you're looking for checkpoints, if you're looking to just kind of give yourself less of a hassle, you can put checkpoint here. That'd be the first best checkpoint. The second better checkpoint would most likely be here, just because you're probably not gonna hit this spot. It's a safe spot, or you can put it back here, I believe. Can you put it back here? You can. This would probably be the better one because you can jump up and jump across. So that's a good second checkpoint right here. And then your third checkpoint should probably just be here, because that just basically breaks up the farm to 3 areas, 3 distinct areas that you saw could cause you problems. And if I showed you the other 411 deaths, you would see that I died actually mostly here. This was the area that I died the most, trying to bounce this. And then obviously here, because this is a very tricky jump, that's why I put my checkpoint down. So again, if you want the 3 checkpoints, you put them here, here, and then here would be the last one for you. If you guys have any problems with bugs or anything from the link, don't worry. Try and make it look as best you can as this. It's again the free play, or the free play level building mode is in beta, so there are bound to be some bugs that could come out from the code. But if you guys have any questions, or if you have any suggestions other than get better noob, feel free to leave them in the comments. Also, put down your time. My time was about 2 hours and 411 deaths. So please tell me you're better than me and beat that. Until then, have an excellent day, and peace.